Today we want to talk to you about something very important. Is it important to be nice to your companion robots? The answer, of course, is yes. It is yes.
Companion is a 2025 American science fiction thriller written and directed by Drew Hancock. It stars Sophie Thatcher from Showtime's Yellow Jacket as Iris, alongside Jack Quaid from Amazon's series The Boys. In Companion, the couple goes on a weekend getaway with friends to a remote cabin, which quickly unravels into chaos after a revelation that one of the guests is actually a companion robot. So, Companion. This story really gave us a lot. You know, you start off this build-up of characters, starting to get to know these people.
Absolutely.
And then before you know it, the chaos ensues. That's why we're here. It's a thriller. Psychological, for sure. It's also one of those that reminds me of going back to like Scream, where you're watching and you think it's a movie for like this, and then it switches to this, but then it comes back to this, and they just start breaking down these barriers, these walls, or just your expectations.
The genre bending alone is enough to see it. If you like movies, to be like, oh my gosh, they put this aspect of a rom-com in here. They put this aspect of a horror movie in here, all while packing it into a suspenseful movie and like psychological thriller. Is really, that's a credit to the actors. Right. They built up that anticipation even with it being so small. Of course, Sophie Thatcher, phenomenal performance, crossing my fingers for an award here. We all love the Yellow Jackets, buzz, buzz, buzz. But I mean, she really got to act her heart out here. Yeah. Like, she is front and center through the entire movie, playing, obviously, a companion robot. And
not a spoiler, it's on the poster.
It is on the poster. And you get to see all of these little micro expressions, all of these small details that she puts together so that you see that she just feels a little off, so that you just feel like something's wrong with her.
This is one of them really cool films where you go in, and because of the way they marketed it, you kind of have some of these plot points. And the idea that you're going in and you're watching an actor really knock it out of the park, but they aren't aware of what you're aware of. So it's kind of really exciting as you're watching the movie to see how do they get to what you know is in the film. And to watch the choices that they make is amazing. Yeah. It's a really good looking movie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cinematography was phenomenal. I know this was a directorial debut. I think it was his first
and he wrote it.
directing.
And he wrote it.
And he wrote it. So he got all of these different things that he got to throw into the hat, and it made for a very cohesive piece. It was very impressive to see. For
somebody to be doing this, you know, for the first time on this level, to come out of the gates. And I mean, Rotten Tomatoes are like 90 plus for both critic and audience. And I also feel like that aside from Sophie,
Jack Quaid. Buddy. Pal, I love you as Huey. Hate you as Josh. And I know that's what you're going for, so congrats! You know, I haven't hated Jack Quaid this much since he threw a javelin into the heart of District 11. Hunger Games reference. Solid. But he did such a phenomenal job. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to give anything major away, but there's moments where you're definitely supposed to hate him, and you feel it in your chest.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. If you're an empathetic person, you're gonna absolutely side with the right side.
And yeah, I love him in The Boys as well.
Yeah.
It's probably what most of us know him from at this point. So I think the overall vibe of the movie, the idea that you're presented with this thriller, this psychological thriller that's got this technology component that's so on point with the world, with all the AI. They did reveal just last month a new an actual companion. She's riding around on a Roomba, but the fact is, I'll put a picture right here. She's actually on a Roomba, but a companion actually does exist, and they are heading in that direction. So it's very topical. As far as the overall vibe, I dug it. I dug it. The idea of a second and a third watch is really going to bring out elements that you weren't really aware of. But now, on a second watch, because you've been there and done that, you're going to be able to see all the idiosyncrasies of those micro expressions that you talk about as an actor. You're going to be able to see all that kind of fun stuff.
Those extremely small, subtle foreshadowing moments. Yeah. Things that are like, even just the way that somebody blinks or the way that you take a deep breath. It's like, oh, on a second or third watch, you can tell the differences and see, hey, we're kind of steering you this way. And I think that that's really a testament to the actors.
Yeah. This movie definitely made uh, made me think differently. One, about electric corkscrews, okay, and two, about the cute little noise we make when we talk about robots. Beep boop. It ruined beep boop for me. It ruined it.
For me, the overall vibe, it feels so adjacent to different genre bending movies, right? So we've had a really big surge of horror comedy come out lately.
Mm-hmm.
This was horror rom-com. So it's reminiscent of things like Happy Death Day, and that's the one where she keeps getting reset.
Right.
It's also got those classic sci-fi elements in it that are just enough to be like, oh yeah, are we heading the right way with AI?
Right.
Are we doing what's right now? Creating something that defies genre, as well as something that subverts expectations, is not an easy task, but it was done phenomenally. Absolutely.
I agree.
So it really sets you up for one thing, and then it makes you feel another thing, and then it switches right back to that other thing you were thinking before, and then it's so much jam-packed in such a short time.
Well, all right, family. They call me Big Mike. That's Joseph Kyler. We're at the movies. Support local theaters. See you next week.